favourite people in the world is Dave Rubin. The Rubin Report is on YouTube and Rumble and lots of different places, but more importantly, we get a chance to talk to him each and every week. Dave Rubin, good morning, good evening, g'day. Lovely to see you.
Paul, always good to see you. I am fired up today, so let's roll.
Let's talk here about your mate and mine, the greatest president of all time, Joseph R. Biden. So he has decided that MSNBC is the only place that he's ever going to do TV interviews. He did one recently, and at the end of the interview, this is not like a guy who hasn't been interviewed before, where you sit there, wait, they throw to the break. This is what happened.
Every American, whether they voted for me or not.
Well, and the ones that didn't vote for your bills but run on them.
That's right.
Mr. President, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Nicole,
much.
I appreciate
it's great to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Don't go anywhere. It's a very exciting day around here. We'll have reaction and analysis to everything we just heard.
Seriously, he just gets up and walks off, Dave.
Paul, the man truly does not know where he is. It's one thing to get confused when you're speaking. It's one thing to slur a little bit. It's one thing to forget the ambassador to India's name or whatever it might be. It's another thing, after being in this business for about 50 years, to get up as they are cutting to commercial break. And you could see Nicole Wallace, like, she's just dying inside. And also just that puttering way he walks, like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. And my God, if this was Donald Trump stumbling and bumbling off a TV set, they would have called for the 25th Amendment already. But it's old Joe. He's a gingerly loving grandfather. That's what he is, apparently.
But also, the RNC put out a spectacular comparison video between, Trump at the UFC and Biden banging around in a beach. Now, again, even the ladies of The View could not tell us that this man is, sprightly and across it. The only reason he is propped up is because the assumption is he's the guy who can beat Trump. The only reason that they will put up with this endless embarrassment, like you watch him with the NATO leaders, and, the American president's supposed to have a certain swagger. This bloke doesn't have a certain swagger. He has, a shuffle at best.
Well, we're sort of at the stage of this presidency where everyone kind of knows it's a farce, even the Democrats, even Karine Jean-Pierre and the people that are running cover for him all day. But it's kind of like at the end of a tech company when they were worth $4 billion, and then the next day they're worth -$6, and then there's some guy like ripping the copper out of the walls. Just like, what can we take from this place? That's really what they're doing with Biden. They are just trying to ride him as long as they can, with the hope and prayer that he can get them into office just one more time. And then, of course, they'll replace him. There is simply no way that the guy can do 4 more years after a year and a half of campaigning or whatever he's going to do to get there. But I said it at the beginning. You can watch my videos from the day he was elected. I never felt he would finish the term, that the cognitive breakdown would be too far. And I still think between Gavin Newsom, between some of the momentum that RFK Jr. has, not that he's going to be the Democrat nominee because they just won't allow that, but there's enough voices out there that they're just waiting. I mean, look, anything can happen. Paul, let's not forget, it was just, 2-3 weeks ago, Biden took that big spill on stage, fell. It's like we're one broken hip away from President Kamala Harris, and that should worry everybody, whether you are on our side of the political aisle or not.